Hello and welcome back to Gamers World. We're here at Sangus Ironworks where the kidnapping happened. We forgot to do something, so this is a quick pit stop.
That's it.
So apparently I need power armor and some mods, so I'll be right back with that. So we got the power armor, built the mods at the station, and now we're just gonna walk up in this bitch and grab this shit. 50% damage against ghouls? Oh shit. I don't really use flamethrowers or shit like that, but who knows? Can't decide if I look more like Master Chief or a Ninja Turtle. You guys let me know. But in the meantime, we're coming up on this location. I see these bitches. Oh shit. Surprise, bitch! I thought that shit was empty the whole time, honestly. But the mission's here, so. Oh. Oh, button. Push that bitch. Oh, it's just to that? Oh, we'll come back to that.
We're not alone here.
Eat this! Excellent.
This looks like some Skyrim kind of shit. Shit, turn it off, turn it off. Oh shit. Bitch, we're going from Skyrim to Minecraft? What the fuck is this shit? No, kids, don't do this. Kids, don't do this. Adults, you could do it if you want, but kids, no. This is bad right now. We watched the dark web cult scene and killed people for what?
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
I'm gonna just try it, because there's no way I went through all that shit, because there is some shit. Okay. Well, that's just trash and shit. There's this path, though. Oh, and a weird-ass pedestal with nukes. Oh. Oh! Poisoned exceptional damage. Fuck yes! Seems pretty strong, but it's only against ghouls, so we'll see. Bitch! Now you sleep in hell, bitch. Let's activate this shit. I was expecting something to roll, honestly. Oh. I'm realizing not only does the area look like Skyrim, but this sword looks like some Skyrim shit too. Just now made me think of that one part from The Incredibles, the first one, where he gets trapped in a bubble.
You see that?
Yes, Piper. Why else would I have thrown a grenade if I didn't see an enemy coming? Oh shit. I don't think I've run into a door that's been this convenient this whole game.
Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know the way to Bunker Hill?
Why do you need to go there?
I can't divulge my reasons, but I need to get there urgently.
Well. It's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying to, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
We're working together, yeah.
Really? Well, you're in luck. I got a special offer on some insurance for partners of the Great Gumshoe here.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay?
Whoa, time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something.
Ooh, you shouldn't have said that. This is a trap. I know. Yup, there it is.
Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. Now I know you had old Finn handled back there, but a mayor's gotta make a point sometimes. You alright?
No, just speechless.
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Goodneighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be accepted anywhere else. You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place home soon enough. So long as you remember who's in charge.
No problem, man. What's with these ghouls in this game? Just like accepting people for who they are, no matter what they've done. It's the idea of Gamers World too, but Goodneighbor has the same concept. Doesn't matter what you've done, what you did, or who you are. If you feel like you don't belong or you fucked up, apparently this is the right spot for you. So is Gamers World.
Oh, a new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Got any work?
I do, actually. Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library. I got a lot of fond memories of that place from when I was a girl and human. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you 200 caps.
I don't think that's enough money to cover clearing out a whole building.
You got a good point. We'll make it 250 caps.
Oh, that's not too bad. Alright, I'll take it.
You got a deal, Daisy.
Thanks. Hey, while you're there, could you return this book for me? It's from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been overdue.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
Oh, that's different. That's pretty cool. All right. I like that. I like you.
Hey, you. Looking for work?
What kind of work?
It's good work. Under the supervision of the best boss you'll ever have. If you don't mind a little manual labor, and don't ask too many questions, you're in. I'll give you 50 caps to start. Interested?
You can do better than that.
Fine. Take 100 up front.
Low prices and vague answers. Okay.
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Oh, inside right away? No dinner or nothing?
Ready to get to work?
Are you gonna tell me what we're actually doing?
Look, we're pulling a job here. Big payoff. Taking some things that aren't technically ours yet.
Sounds ambitious.
It is, and that's why we need some help. You are gonna be doing some digging.
Do whatever you need.
Good to know. The other two are down there digging already. Go give them a hand, will ya?
What are they digging? A hole? Are they digging up each other's noses? Kind of resembles the Taco Bell hole from Monstrum, guys. Oh, hey Nick. Still looks like Skyrim too, though.
I think we can finally get through.
Want to see what's on the other side?
Oh, yeah. You think Bobby will pay us this week?
I don't know, man. Starting to feel like we're doing charity. Did you just hear something?
It's crawling with fire alerts. Bam! Bobby can take this job and shove it.
Good luck down there, new guy.
Nick, we did it! Oh. Oh, you'll be okay. We did it!
What is going on in my tunnel?
That room was filled with Mirelurks.
At least you put up a better fight than those good-for-nothings. Well, you stuck around at least. So I guess you're promoted. You get to be my new gun. I think we just need one more guy. An old friend. He'll want a fair cut, but we saw what being cheap got me.
Stop being vague. Who is it?
Who is this guy?
He's just the guy we need to speed things along. Likes gadgets, money, and not much else. First, I think it's best if you actually see what we're after. I have some things to check on in Diamond City. Head over to the noodle shop there, and I'll meet you when I finish up my business.
But I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy. Glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
Huh, he wishes.
All right. We're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it
is to stick together.
They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Goodneighbor!
And who's in charge of Goodneighbor?
Hancock!
Of the people, for the people!
Hey there.
Oh man, someone new. You need some jet, man? Home brewed, reasonable prices?
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might be perfect. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world. You get me something, I pay you 200 caps.
You seem a little smug and you talk kind of funny. You sound funny. Nah, ask for some more money.
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Not good enough. You said there's already a crew of mercs there.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
This is Sparta, bitch. Translation, yeah, we could do it.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
Before you even start, let's skip to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
Gonna pass.
Fine.
Hey there. You're new around Goodneighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
The fuck? It's not my kind of place, but
It's changed a lot since the last time I was here.
Been here before. Well, Goodneighbor's definitely come up in the past few years. Mostly since Hancock took over. Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing. I'm usually here or drinking that swill Charlie slinging at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
you're not gonna be vague, right? Is it roofing?
I could use work, depending on what it is.
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. What with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
Okay, so no roofing for Rufus today. What's the catch?
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I assume this is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps and some of the beer? Are you gonna take the job?
Cool. I don't drink, but
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood. What about hazard pay?
Fair point. 300 caps, plus beer. Are you gonna take the job?
once again, this is Sparta, bitch. Nah, I'm kidding. That's good enough.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Yeah, I'm from Sanctuary.
What? You don't remember me? I sold you that space in the vault. But then I wasn't on the list to get in. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How? How's that possible?
Power of my subscribers, bitch. Psych, cryostasis.
Vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
First of all, you can nail the new Freddy Krueger role. Nah, I'm just kidding. That was kind of messed up. But I don't think you are, man. You seem pretty cool. It's all about personality too, you know. Subscribe to my channel. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't say you should ever think like that. I think everybody's cool in their own fucking way, no matter what. I'm sorry for what you went through, though.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement, once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Hey, you know, you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Appreciate that, Nick. I guess I'm just dealing with it in my own way.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Glad that worked out, but even if it didn't, it just takes the right friend to accept you for who you are, no matter what's being said and everything. Like, seems like it still worked out, though.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Bro, that's hilarious, dude. I would have been dying. Holy shit, dude. I like you, Nick. We'll go with this one.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth.
It's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying to... What do you...
An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Goodneighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb? Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Hey, that's a great point, Nick. Home can be anything. Sometimes people have issues with their home, and most of the times it's with family. Family is another thing. You know, some people say they don't have family, they don't talk to people in their family, they'd rather just not communicate with their family. I feel like family is not always just about the blood you share. I don't really talk to my family like that. Like, I don't speak with certain people in my family. I don't associate people in my family that are my family. Basically, like, even though they are related, they do share the blood that you have. You don't have to consider them family. A family is just like someone that makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're welcome, you're allowed to be who you are, you don't have to worry about any stress or drama, whether it be one person or a group of friends, whichever. I think of it as like, it's not about the people that have the same blood as you. It's the people that you're willing to spill some blood for. Does that sound corny? But you get what I'm trying to say with that message. Same thing with a home, you know. It's about who's in the home, who makes your mood better, who you feel good hanging around with, living with, staying in the same area with. But it's all about your choice. You can choose that.
Hey, you like scary stories? Head up to Salem sometime. Take the scenic tour.
Not sure how interested I am in the witch trials. Oh, it really is witchcraft over here. So the game crashed before that part, but if you can't tell, I have dog meat now.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Social like YouTube? No? Subscribe to me. Shit. Oh, I had to say something?
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Shit, she has a point. Let me explain.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Don't make it sound like such a drug deal. But yes, I do.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Shit's giving me the feeling of the shit they did in X-Men Days of Future Past with the brain.
An older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Damn, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Seems dangerous. Still like X-Men, but appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Mnemonic, just like anemone, sea anemone, Finding Nemo? No? Oh, I had to say something?
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Still like X-Men, but what'll happen?
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
What type of Ant-Man shit is this?
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down that goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of people.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Turn down that goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
And hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
First of all, I fucking hate how much talking there is when I'm trying to talk. It just happens out of nowhere. Second of all, this shit screams Wolfenstein 2 intro. And it's kind of sad, honestly, because things like this happen, and, you know, it's only so much you could do for somebody, and they're in shit situations like this. You know, it's awful, you know, you don't want anybody to go through this shit, but especially with the physicalness. But, things happen, and hopefully they will get better one day. If you or somebody you know goes through this, just know that you or them are very much so worth it, and you don't deserve to go through this. Nobody does. So just try to find a way out, please.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
It's gonna be... The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. Fine. You'll see. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
We don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got...
So, I've noticed life likes to throw shit at you. Kind of like a monkey. No, alright, I'm kidding. Good shit or bad shit. You never know. It just happens. And there's nothing you can do about it. So don't ever doubt yourself. Because things happen. And there's only so much you can do by yourself or with the people around you or for the people around you. Don't ever doubt yourself. Like, if you ever doubt the relationship you're in, but it seems good, how do you know they weren't suffering before? Worse than when they got with you. Being together is fine. Maybe it helps out just being by your side or by their side. Either way, you guys are together. Don't blame yourself. It could have gotten a lot worse. Same thing with the baby. The baby shows up, the baby happens, whatever. It's part of the unexpected things of life. It's just more purpose for you to have in your life that you already have. Everybody has a fucking purpose, and I'll say it over and over.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Unless you're someone like that bitch talking, then fuck that bitch. No. But there's just like certain shit you shouldn't do. You know, if you think there's like a certain line you've crossed or whatever, you could always be this bitch. Don't be like this bitch. Not Kellogg, but the bitch talking. Because you just murdered some fucking family, dude. Wow.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me. Oh, I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
We'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
System off.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
It's the big thing about life. Sometimes it's a big ass ride. You just gotta go with it and enjoy.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory, so good news, I think.
Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor, he's gonna be. I probably shouldn't.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown up. Of just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
It's okay.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Like you're still trying to make it sound like a drug deal? No, I'm fine.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us, and he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I feel some certain way because you never know what people are going through. Especially people like Kellogg, evil as fuck, but there's a reason for that. His childhood was shit, and things happened. Life happened, and unfortunately it happened a shit way. I feel pretty bad. I do forgive him.
It wasn't all his fault. I can't blame him for everything that happened.
If I were a priest, I would say forgiveness is a good thing. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Bingo.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Excuse me.
Goodneighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
These fucking ghouls and their positive-ass points. He's got a point, though.
I hear you. It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
That sounds familiar.
You'd remember him if you heard his show. They're the best detective shows in the whole world. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Good for you? You're crazy? What the fuck? Nah, humor him and go with it.
Sure, Kent. You have a plan, all right.
I know how it sounds. I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
As it happens, I already have your costume.
There she is, pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But there's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake. But the Shroud is strong, capable.
Nah, you're wrong, bro. You could be anything you want. Just believe in yourself. Just like it says right here, bitch.
Come on. Don't sell yourself short.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being a Silver Shroud? You're just like him. Except you probably haven't been in a blimp shot down by mobsters.
Why me?
No one else would help me find the costume. Even though it sounds crazy, you cared. The whole world's fallen. Fallen hard. We gotta fight to make the place better. So you in?
I'm already trying to do that with my channel now, bro. You know, Gamers World. But you do have a point. It's always nice to try to make the world a better place, you positive fuck. So I'll do it.
Looks like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Goodneighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station. Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud has returned. Time to fight crime!
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah, sounds like Kellogg, bitch. So is he a serial killer?
Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Haha, real funny, I get it. We're gonna end up waiting on this one. Let's just take the funny guy with us, huh?
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Hey, that's right. That's the spirit. That's the attitude. It's alright, so hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh. The one chair, bro. You're sitting. You were just sitting over there. It wasn't comfy enough. You're sitting here. No, it's okay. Go ahead. I'll just solve this on my own again. All right, guys. Since my detective partner here wants to take a break, I figured it'd be a good time to stop the video. He's working so hard, you know. So I figured give him the break he deserves. You know, he's been through so much, been doing so much. But I have too, so I'm gonna stop it here. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thought this was pretty cool. This is a pretty nice neighborhood. Goodneighbor. This is pretty fucking awesome. Let's not forget seeing the iconic Hancock from the TV show. Bro, that was awesome. He's so fucking awesome, dude. Like, I want to eventually team up with him, so we'll see when that happens. But for now, I'm going to leave this here.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone.